There are some questions about this thing that we call guided independent learning or guided independent projects. And some people might call it how to prepare Sezer for college. What are the college skills that are necessary? Now we know that there are a whole bunch of different ways of learning and expressing and possibly even teaching, but we know that most colleges want you to be able to write. And if you don't write well, you don't go very far within the college experience. So we have to basically pull them out of our, well, I'm sure we all know some reason why some students come to language schools is because they didn't get English in their original country. They teach English in the school system in many countries, but the typical student who comes here is either really good at English and they're improving themselves, or they just didn't get English in the written environment, and that's why they thrive in our environments, because we make it visual, we engage them in activities, we do all these wonderful things that pulls in the other ways of learning. And then the question is that really preparing those students that want to go to college for college? And yes, we do have our weekly written tests, so that does help. But then there are teachers like myself who are really co-opting the student and saying, look, I know you're a visual student and you hate writing, so let's figure out a way of assessing you without you having to pick up a pen. And this doesn't really serve the student. And so the purpose behind this independent and guided learning is that those students that are particularly capable in visual ways are being pulled into a writing task. And where those students that are so terrified of talking, I'm asking them, what is it that why are you studying English? Oh, I must speak English better. No. Why are you studying English? Oh, I want to be able to understand TV. I said, oh, we're getting closer. Why are you studying English? Well, sometimes I have to get it to it. What did you study in university? Well, I'm studying economics. I said, well, where's a perfect place to go ask questions about economics? Yeah, where the money is. That's right. Good, good, good. Where's the money? I'm trying to get it from the student that what they should be doing is coming up with 5 questions to ask a bank manager. And that is the one thing they're most terrified of. They are not going to pick up a telephone and call a local bank and say, could I have a 5-minute interview with a bank? And that's sort of the basic purpose of this course. I mean, sort of the way I see it, is those students that are terrified to talk, that's their goal. For the students like Sezer, who just doesn't want to write, that's what he's doing. So it's a kind of course that you can't say, everybody's going to do one thing. Mm-hmm. Questions?
So you interviewed all these students to find out what they're good or bad in, or do you ask them? How do you find out?
Basically, I'm just talking to each student. I get a group activity going, and then I'm sitting with each one. Right. And then there's students that just don't want to connect, and they're wondering, why is it that you're not giving me a worksheet? Yeah. So I give them a worksheet. Okay, good. They don't get the idea of what independent is meaning. They're in school. You're the teacher. Tell me what I'm supposed to be doing now. And that's kind of, that's the most challenging.
You do activities with all of them together? And how do you deal with instruction at different levels?
Well, see, they're all telling me what they want to learn, in a sense. Because I say, look, we need to get something real done here. Yeah. One of the tasks is we want to inspire some middle school students to become more aware of the world around them. Maybe they'll even visit France, Turkey, Korea. Who knows? They might. What can we do to help them get that way? So whatever they're doing in class, it really will be shown to someone else. So it matters that something's spelled right. It's not a class activity. It's a real activity connected to the outside.
But your instructions you give individually, you don't give to the whole group.
Yeah, let's say, everybody, we're making maps today. Individually, I might, say, hey, you can do better than this.
You just answered it.
Okay.
Yes. Very good.
Right. So the core of the idea is it's 7 ways of learning. There must be 7 ways of assessing.
Another point, Steve.
Yeah.
I like the idea that you have students going to the public schools to give talks and whatever. They came around today and talking about a couple of other events. I think that would be